to new heights. What are we doing out there, Josh?
Well, okay, so there's a second Home and Garden Show this October, and there's a cake club, all right? And they want to really get the word out about how you can become, if you're not already, almost like a professional baker. They make these tremendous cakes, and you actually join this competition for the Home and Garden Show coming up. But first, before we get into more details about that, Erin Munchhofen is with me. Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yes.
Okay, pretty close? Okay, all right. So Erin, you made this cake right here, and it's like you call it your back to school cake. How long have you been baking, and can you kind of describe how you make a cake so extravagant? It's beyond impressive.
A lot of time and patience, and I've been baking pretty much all my life. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Never stays in my house very long.
Yeah. Do you have a family that just like eats it up right away? Like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone, my kids, everybody in my whole house.
Living with you would be dangerous. I'd have to run like twice the amount of miles I do right now. You said a lot of time and patience. How long would it take to put together a cake like this? It's like triple stacked up here with the books and everything. It's unbelievable.
Probably about 3 days. That's including decorating.
So you were talking like 8 hours a day for 3 days straight?
No, probably a couple hours here, let it sit, let it dry.
Okay.
A couple more hours, let it sit.
You can tell how much I bake. I'm like, oh, you got to let it sit. You can't just like whip it up and throw it in the oven. I don't know how it works. If someone wants to learn how to become a cake maker extraordinaire, what would your best advice be? How do they get started?
I would come to Michael's and register for classes with Wilton and ask for Carol because she's the best instructor in Bakersfield.
Carol, where are you? Carol! Oh, there she is. I just asked for her and she appeared. Thanks, Erin. Carol Powers here with me. Really quick before we get out of this, and we'll have a few more seconds. Talk about what's going on at the Home and Garden Show and how people can get involved.
At the Home and Garden Show, if you do want to craft, there are still craft booths available. We are also selling as a club raffle tickets for 50% goes to Ronald McDonald House. The other half is just to pay for our 10-foot cake and expenses. So you can contact us at our website or contact me here at Michael's at any time.
Cool. And again, if you want to check out the website, it's confectionsconnectioncakeclub.weebly.com. All right, you go to that website, you can register. And again, if you go to the Home and Garden Show and you want to see these amazing cakes people make, just look for the giant 10-foot cake they're trying to finish up here at Michael's right now. It's going to be on display there at the Home and Garden Show. And then, of course, you can see all the amazing real cakes that people make that go to, like you said, Linda and Rob, they take the sweet tooth to new heights.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what they do. This is crazy. I can barely bake salmon.
Well, that's pretty impressive that you can even bake salmon, but those cakes are absolutely beautiful. Just a piece of art, you know what I mean?
I know. I almost want to take a bite. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't take a bite. I really like
She
the back
spent
to school
3
one.
days on this thing and I ruin it in 3 seconds. That'd be awful.
Too pretty to eat. All right, Josh, thank you.
Thanks.
That
Talk
back
to you soon.
to school one.
I'm trying to wipe the frosting off my face as I get on.
Oh,
no, I'm
you
just
dug
kidding.
in.
No, I'm just kidding. These cakes are too beautiful to get into. So these are actually demonstrations they set up for cakes. The types of cakes they make, they're unbelievable. I'm here with Kendrick Beck, who made like this pumpkin cake. I'm calling it a pumpkin cake. Kendrick, what does it take to make a cake like this, man? This is beyond impressive.
It takes more than 4 days, I would say. Yeah, because you have all of your prep and getting everything together, then you're baking, and then your fondant, and then your piping and
you're throwing out ingredients that sound like mechanical instruments that go in into a transmission. I mean, it's amazing because some of the stuff it doesn't look edible, but it is. There's like a clay-like substance. It's edible, where you can make some really cool things and be really it's called fondant.
yes, fondant.
Fondant.
Yes.
Got it. Wow. Well, that just sounds very fun to make fondant. Anyway, that was a very, very bad pun, wasn't it?
Right.
Kendrick, how long have you been baking, and what kind of advice would you have for those maybe trying to learn? Because I imagine this took you a long time to master.
Yes, it did. Professionally, about a year. So in between that, playing around about 4 to 5 years.
Over those 4 or 5 years, how many cakes do you think you've baked?
Somewhat about 30.
30?
Yeah.
It takes a long time. When you spend a week on each cake, I guess it's quite a bit, isn't it?
Pretty much so.
And then who do you give it to? Is it usually for special occasions? Do you ever get some really weird requests?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Probably can't say on the air what they are.
No.
glad I guessed it. Thanks a lot, Kendrick. Before we leave this morning, Carol Powers is with me. Carol, you're like a cake extraordinaire. You said you're a Wilton instructor. For those who aren't familiar, Wilton's like a type of cake instructing class, if you will. Yes. So fill us in on what you're doing at the Home and Garden Show and how people, if they want to make cakes like this and enter them for a competition, how they can do just that.
If they go to our website, they can find out how and fill out the entry form for whatever division they're in.
And really quick, that website is, I got it written down, confectionsconnectioncakeclub.weebly.com. Okay, again, confectionsconnectioncakeclub.weebly.com.
They can fill out the form. We are also have 2 international instructors coming, Tammy and Peggy. They teach around the world. I'm teaching a cauldron class, and we're going to add a witch.
No spells, though.
No spells.
No spells on me. Maybe a love spell, Carol. I like love.
Let's be careful with that one.
Yeah, I probably should be careful. Bless you. Curse of the sneeze over there.
And I'll show you how to put smoke coming out of the cauldron and everything. But
amazing! I can't even imagine. What's probably the coolest cake you've ever made? One of your most proud cakes.
Oh, probably the full-size Hannah Montana guitar.
The full-size Hannah Montana guitar. You said you had a piece of plywood. People had to carry it, but 2 people.
2 people had to carry it in for it's for my granddaughter. So it's never too big or too much for your grandkids.
Could I get a Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys guitar? How about a drum set? Huh? A Ringo Starr drum set cake for my birthday? Huh, Carol? Carol? Ringo Starr drum set. Ringo Starr drum set.
If you would like to pay for that, my dear, I would be glad.
That'd be pretty costly. Really quick, come on out. The Home and Garden Show, October 18th through the 20th. Look for the 10-foot cake they made. Okay, it'll be on display. Just look for that to come out to the competition. And all proceeds go towards Ronald McDonald House, so you know it's for a good cause. Guys, tossing it back to you, and then I'm going to have my cake and eat it too.
Josh, can you hop like that again, please?
Yeah.
That was so...
He's like Herman Munster jumping up and down.
Josh is so
excited.
So
Yeah.
She was talking about earlier how kids want these extravagant birthday cakes these days, so I was trying to act like a little kid wanting an extravagant birthday cake. Give me a break.
Act like a little kid.
We're having fun.
Okay.
We're having fun.
Hey, real quick, Josh. We have, coming up in October, we'll have the Eyewitness News Mornings pumpkin carving contest. If you could just take that top pumpkin off and bring it back, it would save us all a lot of time.
Yeah, we don't want Aaron to win again. He's like, look, I have a whole kit. I did the Avengers. I'm like,
I want the owl one.
Yeah. Josh, you are absolutely precious.
Just
thanks,
adorable. What a cutie pie.
Really had like a
Josh
Ninja
Helmuth.
Turtle cake. I still love the Ninja Turtles, you know? What are you going to do?
We'll get it for his birthday, right?
Yeah.
I'll chip in. All right, thank you, Josh. It is